The O word? The O word.
5, 4, 3 all the way. Then we got 2. One finger salute. We have Caffeine Controversy, the podcast.
And we are back for another episode of Caffeine Controversy. It is, of course, your host, Big Levi, Mangina. And then we have... What? It's
Why
every
are you
week.
trying to make that work?
Because it works.
Okay.
Mangina. You know what I mean? Like, look, I was out here throwing it, and you caught it. And the person who caught it is Miss Cara, PGP. How you doing there, pale princess?
I'm good.
Like, out of the zesty and extra of that intro, and you come with the most dainty, I'm good.
Perimenopausal burnout. Like, I'm good. That's a step above.
Yeah, it is it?
Yeah.
All right. So, in the world of the perimenopause, what is the state of the pair? How's your Turner and Hooch?
What is
I have no idea what that meant. I just throwing it out there. I'm trying to get us like some type of deal. So I'm just gonna throw out anything because we both hate our jobs. I don't think we hate our jobs. I think we just hate people.
Yeah.
More than anything else. Like, I have a lot of people that I do like at my job. I have a lot of people that I don't like at my job, and I hope they watch this podcast because they can figure out who they are. You can actually have a raffle in that so they can figure out who and exactly what I fuck with. But in terms of you, how is your hate level for people this week? Are you at a 10? Are you at a 2? Are you at an 8? Where is the pair on the hate scale?
I mean, I don't know if it's ever down low as a 2. I feel like a 5 is like low for me.
Yeah, pretty much, because I get those
like
text messages. I get those text messages. And it's not like a hate like you're going to put them on a Netflix or a Paramount Plus documentary.
No.
But it's a hate like you are definitely going to talk crap about this person in a group text message.
Yeah, because it just baffles me that they're functioning adults.
What's really functioning?
I mean,
functioning? Because, like, look, I've seen a 3-legged dog function.
I guess it's baffling to me that they have the same job I have.
Is that a statement on them or you?
I don't know. I think that's what bothers me.
Yeah. What is eating the pear? Oh, man. That should be a segment of the show. What is eating the pear?
Or I just bitch about something.
Yep.
This week.
Well, what do we got this week? What do we got? We got time. We have nothing but time is on our side. So, what is upsetting the pair this week? We have perimenopausal problems. Then we also have we're going to talk about Jillian Michaels and that problematic type of thing. And then we're also going to talk about, I had something else on here, but my phone keeps acting up, but I'll find it. But let's talk about perimenopausal problems. What's upsetting you this week? But in a dead serious question, as somebody who is very fond of it, how's your coochie?
It's good. Perimenopause hasn't fucked that up.
Yep.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever. I just feel like my brain is mush.
Yeah.
I just feel like I have enough brain power to get through work, and it's like the second I turn my work computer off, my brain turns off with it.
Is that your TISM or your ADHD, or is it all three just making for a cocktail of fucked up?
So from what I've been reading is that a lot of women find out they have ADHD or are on the spectrum when the hormones shift with perimenopause.
Yeah.
Because the hormone of trying to people please and trying to be like the overperformer is out the window. So when you no longer give a fuck, that it's like trying to give a fuck for things. So there's just no energy for it.
Have I been perimenopausal my whole life? Because I have not. I can't say I've never given a fuck, but when I realized that the fuck that was given was too much for that person, I took my fuck back. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, nope. I'm constantly reminded of a podcast with Nori and Jadakiss, who I know you have no idea who they are, because you're as white as the snow in Colorado. But I reminded of that where Jadakiss actually said Nori took somebody, he thought it was his homeboy, and it turns out it wasn't. So he took the dap back that he did when he dapped him up. He's like, I don't know you, so I'm gonna take my hello to you good back. Like, I feel like that's something where, like, I gave too much. If I cared too much, I took it back. Because, like, and this is the thing. In today's day and age, man, there's so many times where I was like, look, as somebody who's tried to do as many things to self-harm, like, and sabotage myself, if I finally get to a point where I was like, nope, I'm going to take that back and recoup it, I'm taking it back and recouping it. I don't want you to have that. Because if you have that, then that means you have power over me, and I don't want nobody to have power over me. But, like, I would say since I turned 30, I never cared. I've never cared. Like, I people get mad at me how little I do care. I think you do. You do. You do mightily.
There's many times where I'm like, could you just pretend to care so I don't feel so crazy? Especially with, like, wedding planning.
Well, that was different. My mom had kicked the bucket.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
I mean, which is hilarious to say in itself because my mom couldn't walk and she found something to kick. But there was... Princess is going to hate that one. But we're leaving it in because I know you like when I leave it in. But we're but there are so many things that I've just stopped. Because, like, the emotional, like, I cared about wedding planning. Don't get me wrong. I really did.
No, I know.
It was just I was going through a really tough time. But, like, there are times where it's like, when people say stuff, I'm like, meh. And I know that upsets you. Because it's like, could you care? I was like, no. Like, the only thing I've ever gotten upset about was, I think it was, I was just in a mood. It was, like, after something. And I was like, can we just turn the comments off on something?
Oh, our engagement ring.
Yeah. So I was just like, because I was in a mood about that. And I was just like, I can't deal with this crap anymore. Not today. Because it was a bad day in general. And then after that, I was like, I had to really, like, intrinsically think about, should I really care? And I was like, I don't. Because you want to know why? I really don't care is because I've cared so much early on that I got exhausted from caring. I have been emotionally numb since I want to say 17. Like, I've not cared. Like, it was to a point where I was like, okay, fine. I don't care, but I know I don't care so much, so then I'm going to start taking cares from people, and then that's when I became an asshole. And, like, then I really saw, I was like, I'm really the person I'm the villain in so many freaking origin stories. Like, I don't feel bad about it because you want to know why? If I did it to you, you deserved it. Because if you cared so much about me, then you would care enough to realize how broken I was and leave me be.
Yeah.
Nigel did. Me and Nigel didn't talk for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, it was like to a point where I was like, I really can't, like, he's not good for himself.
Yeah.
So you're just enablers. And then I realized as I got older that a lot of my friends were enablers. Because I was the funny fat guy and I didn't care about anything. And I started a fat supremacy group.
Okay.
Because I was like, if I'm going to piss people off, I'm going to piss people off all the way.
So is that like, would that be considered what the body positive movement is now?
I feel I started it.
Something else you're taking credit for.
I really did. You want to know why? Because, like, I started this fat supremacy group in 2006. Power Plump. Student community government. We had one event. I won Vice President of the Year. You know what that one event was? I had a whole bunch of cakes, and we sat in the community lounge, and we watched Precious. Nigel hates that to this day, considering how much weight I've lost. And I had a fat supremacy group because that's all body positivity is to me, is sometimes fat supremacy.
I think
because it's got bastardized.
Liberation now.
It got bastardized because this is the thing. I'm a firm believer in loving the body that you're in. And you should not, and no one should talk shit about your body, whether it be too big, too small, or whatever, right? Yeah. It's like we are not doing like the freaking Three Little Bears with the porridge. It's too hot, too cold, just right. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like people should have that type of opinion. However, there's all these things that are controversial with this body positivity stuff.
Yeah.
Which is why the Jillian Michaels thing has gone so viral.
Yeah.
And I know you said there was going to be like, you had like some quotes or some things you wanted to pull up. Or matter of fact, what was your take on it? Because you watched it, I didn't, because I knew it would be too cringe for me.
Yeah, I wish you would watch it. Because I feel like your opinion is a valid side, because I think it was like I think there was one guy in the like round table audience.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember if he was voted up to speak. Because the way Jubilee set it up is it was Jillian Michaels at a desk with a timer. And then there was a circle of people.
Yep.
And then they got to sit across from her and ask her questions or like debate topics. But they never stayed on topic.
Yep.
Like the one went up to talk about like a medical view on things. And she was like, I'm not going to talk on the medical side of things because I'm not a doctor. Then why did you rush to get up there?
Yeah.
Like, it just... They kept wanting to say that she was being condescending, which I get it to a degree because we're used to the 90s Jillian Michaels.
Well, this is the thing. It's not even the 90s Jillian Michaels. Jillian Michaels is just a flat-out bitch.
Right. And like,
she's a horrible, horrible human being.
Right.
Because she tortured fat people for views. The same way that we do it on TikTok and online. Is she just did it on NBC.
Yeah.
So, like, when I see stuff from her, it makes me sick to my stomach. Because people can say, look, at the end of the day, the reason for me why I didn't want to watch it, and I'm sorry I cut you off. The reason why I didn't want to watch it is the simple fact that the body positivity movement and fat liberation coexist, and it shouldn't coexist to me. I feel like body positivity should be for loving yourself, treating yourself with dignity, and earning the acceptance. Because we all know fat people are treated less than.
Yeah.
That's 100% fact. You can't dispute it.
Right.
Because I know I can even take from my personal recognizance of how I got promoted after I lost weight.
Right.
So that's a fact. The fat liberation thing, where I see people who want equality from having things unequal to the actual norms, like, that is what upsets me a lot of the things. Because how fat liberation is considered now widely recognized by people as like the affirmative action movement for black people to be legal. Like, black people in these streets, like, slung up and beaten and hit by dogs.
Right.
I have every right to exist. We both have that in terms of the translation. You can exist in your body. I can exist in mine. However, unless somebody is billy clubbing you in the head because you went to Burger King, we are not the same. We're not.
Right.
Now, with that being said, I wholeheartedly feel that plus size people should be treated the same as people that are in quote unquote good health, normal size, we'll call it that. But then there was like a clip where they said, and you showed it to me, of a woman saying she doesn't want to use the O word.
Yeah.
The O word meaning obese. The O word? The O word. Yeah. Or you can't say fat people. You got to call them high calorie individuals.
I think the girl that said she didn't want to use the O word said she was going to say, like, fat-bodied person, which to me sounded more insulting than obese.
Yeah.
I mean, fat's never bothered me.
Yeah.
Like
this big back bitch over here. Like, that's offensive. Obese is a scientific term.
Yeah.
I don't, and this is where it sucks because a lot of people are siding with Jillian Michaels on this, and it hurts that people are.
Yeah.
But this is where that whole debate, and I will say this, it seems like it was set up to prove a point.
So it definitely should have been handled better because everybody had red flags.
Yeah.
And when they started to disagree with the person talking with Jillian, they would raise their red flag. Mm-hmm. Not even disagree. When they wanted that person to stop or they wanted to talk. So people were, anytime they actually were starting to get somewhere in their debating, people were throwing up their flags. And if a majority put their flag up, then that person had to get up and leave the table and someone else came up. So you never fully got to a point or a resolution on any of the topics.
Yeah.
Which was, like, frustrating and, like, poorly done.
Yeah.
And it got brushed over when the one was like, talking about the people I know, all like the fat people, big body, whatever term they want to use, like living in a larger body, that we're all, I don't know if pretending was the word, but she basically meant that they were all pretending or tolerating being in a larger body. Like, didn't even sound like she was really for, like, that she was enjoying being, and I know there are some people that enjoy being fat.
Yeah.
1,000%, like, I know people, or whatever.
Same. And they have that right.
Yeah. For me, I always viewed, like, the body positive thing as you're positive about the body at that stage in your life and what it's done for you.
Regardless.
I was positive about my body when I was 110 pounds heavier and my lipedema was horrible. I dressed for my size. I didn't try to hide it. I kept reminding myself that, like, I might be in pain, but these 2 legs, I'm working a job. I'm taking care of a child. I'm taking care of a family member that probably didn't deserve it.
Still, you should be proud of what you've done.
Because, I mean, I would get a lot of shit when people found out I was using wheelchair assist in the airport to and from my surgery. They're like, I get it on the way back, but why are you using it on the way there? One, it was easier with the airlines to have it set up for the whole trip, because they never believe you need it if you don't need it one way.
Yeah.
And then the other way was, when I was going out for surgery, I was saving as much energy as I could, because I was literally flying in the day before surgery, getting marked up, trying to sleep that night, and then having surgery. Mm-hmm. So, push me.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, it was like, but the whole setup of the debate was poorly done. It was almost like they didn't really want to truly address anything.
Yeah.
I will say they did put up several times on the screen, like, fact checks, both in, like, defense of something that Jillian said that people were saying wasn't right, and in defense of what the other people were saying. It wasn't, like, fully one-sided.
Yeah.
I think part of why she comes off sounding condescending.
She didn't yell.
She didn't yell. She kept it very calm, soft-spoken, like, just trying to, like, and because we don't know her as that way, we only know her as, like, in-your-face screaming from, like, The Biggest Loser or whatnot, that it comes off fake.
Yeah.
Just like when I see you in HR Levi at work, or you hear my customer service voice, it's like, who's this person?
Because I think one of the things, like, for me, and why I chose not to watch it, is as somebody who body positivity to me has gotten hijacked, and fat liberation is not something that I wholeheartedly agree with. I kind of felt like it was, like, going to be like a mixed bag of things. And I say I wholeheartedly don't agree with because, again, I'm for equality. I want big people to be treated the same as everybody else.
There's, like, yes, we need accommodations in the terms of, like, the airplane seats could be a little larger for anyone in general.
I say this as someone who's 6'1", yes, they should be.
Even in, like, waiting to get on the plane, like, in the boarding spot, like, everywhere. Yeah. But, like, expecting hotels to completely widen...
Like what J Bay said, let's put the name out there. Like, because let's be real here. Because she doesn't follow you anymore.
No, she blocked me.
So, like, let's...
Because I said I was proud to be under 300 pounds.
Yeah, so let's put that out there. Because, again, like, and hopefully she's in a better place because, God, Lord knows, right? But at the end of the day, like, look, every single time where you see people striving for equality by doing unequal things... It's a triggering thing.
Yeah.
And it's just so that way. And I don't feel it's for them to really help the community, because this is the thing. There are many people that are body positive and fat liberations that help the community behind the scenes that are not doing things for views.
Right.
A lot of that stuff that's put online, I feel, is for views.
Yeah. And the thing is, like,
I mean, we put this online for views because we don't want to work. But when we're not trying to help anybody. We're just telling our lives and our stories here.
Because J-Bay and I used to talk. Mm-hmm. When I first talked to her, like, I even did an article with her for the one like online thing or whatever about
that scam thing.
About Southwest and the flights. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah, okay.
Because I fully believe like Southwest customer size helped me to get to and from my surgeries greatly. I supported some of the stuff she was aiming for. And then it almost felt like when that was no longer getting traction, she had to throw something outrageous out to get the hate watch, to get the views back.
Yeah.
And so, to me, when you're trying to, this is just in general, when you're trying to do a cause, if you instantly jump to the most extreme, like hotels widening all of their stuff to accommodate, it comes off as a joke and not sincere. When you start out lower in the terms of every doctor's office should have at least a chair or two without arms to accommodate larger bodies if you truly want to help their health.
Yeah.
That's a cause that's doable and people can get behind and support.
It's like when, like for me, when I was 400 pounds, like they didn't have a scale that could weigh me. I had to go with the trash receptacles and get weighed. Now, there's standard scales that go all the way up to 450 pounds.
Yeah.
So, like, those are steps that you have to take in order to progress the health movement.
Yeah.
Because this is what, at the end of the day, health is a spectrum. We're on the spectrum. I'm on the spectrum of autism, but health is a spectrum, right? You can, people will look at you and say you're not healthy because of your weight.
Right.
Right? Now, your blood work, your echocardiograms, all this other stuff comes back normal. You're in a bigger body because you have lipolymphedema. Yeah. Right? Now, would you still be technically overweight? Possibly, because like you did not have the best health eating, right?
Right. Was not taught it.
Yeah, so there's a thing, right? I, on the other hand, I was looked at as healthy when I was a 270-pound football player and offensive lineman, not realizing that I had a genetic predisposition of heart failure because of the fact that my mom had it, my dad was diabetic, and even now, like, it's a possibility that I'm still not healthy.
Right.
But I'm 230 pounds. And I still can outbench, outlift, a lot of people, right? Yeah. And people will say, "Oh, you go to the gym 5 times a week." I haven't gone to the gym recently, but I go to the gym like 5 times a week. Yeah, I do. I lift. Yeah, I do. I get 20,000 steps in a day, every day, regardless if I go to the gym or not. It's 20,000 steps every single day. Yeah. But am I the picture of health? You don't know. So health is a spectrum. Right. But I will always tell anybody, if you're going to be a car or you're going to be like a high performance individual, right, whether it be plus size or not, go to the doctor and get looked under the hood and figure out if shit's actually working good. Yeah. But a lot of people are afraid of doctors. Yeah. Because let's be real here. BMI has ruined that for people. Yeah. And there's all these different things that can play into the part. And now, mind you, I'm down 250 pounds. You're down 110, 120 pounds. So it's like every single time when we look at how life is, it's set up to push weight down. Mm-hmm. It's never set up to push weight up. Like Kelly Osbourne gets a ton of shit because her body, right? So we see now like the spectrum is different for a lot of people, but skinny talk is just as toxic as fat talk. Mm-hmm. And all we're trying to say is that, look, everybody deserves to exist in their body. I will never judge somebody because they're big and say they're lazy, because I know what it's like to be in a bigger body. Yeah. I know how hard the world is on you. However, make sure if you're in a bigger body, you go to the doctor to make sure you're healthy. The same way that I would tell somebody who's all down with skinny talk and they're 80 pounds and they're 5'10", get yourself to a doctor. Yeah. There is no reason for you. I should not be able to see like full scapula and ribs like Christian Bale in The Machinist. Yeah. Like that is not healthy.
Or when your face looks like a skeleton.
Like I like when I dieted down for my competition in 2022 where I won Worlds, I had Skeletor. I had the death face. Yeah. And like I want to be a bodybuilder. I love it. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where it's like, is it the healthiest thing for me to do? No.
Not mentally even.
No, it's not, because of the certain things that I've had to learn through the whole process of weight loss. And even now, dude, like I'm just now getting to a place where I am mentally in maintenance, not just physically in maintenance, because that's a different part too. But that Jillian Michaels bitch, like, fuck you. And then this is the thing with all the people that are like, if you're a fat liberationalist, which I don't even know if that's the right word or whatever that is, but if you're one of them and all you're pushing is self and not others, you're a piece of shit too.
Yeah.
Because Jillian Michaels pushes skinny talk and she's a piece of shit. But if you're a fat liberationalist and all you're pushing is for people to get bigger, you're a piece of shit too. You should be pushing for to be treated equal and to have the same rights physically, mentally, and emotionally as somebody who's half your size or a quarter of your size. Because your size shouldn't dictate your worth as a person. And sadly, it does. Because we've had friends that said that to us. Friends.
Yeah. I think for anybody that might want to see some of the Jubilee conversation and not, like, have to endure all of it, 2 recaps I watched of it was Sam at Every Size and that Megan Ann that, like, we watch. And they are both people that have had a weight loss journey, and
they're both extremely thorough.
Yeah, and they both get it from the standpoint of having been in the bigger body, having been part of the body positivity movement when it first got really big online a couple years back, now seeing the toxic side of it. So I feel like, I just felt like their recaps were both very good.
Yeah. So definitely, regardless
We'll link them in the description.
Yeah, we would definitely link them in the description. And so definitely, regardless of whatever size you are, whatever body you're in, however you view yourself, guys, the number one thing that we can say on Caffeine and Controversy is don't be a wild douchebag piece of shit. And that's been an episode of Caffeine and Controversy. We'll be back next Monday with all the goods, all the coffees, all the beans, all the toe beans, because we got cats. And we do the most. And if you support us, definitely follow us on all types of platforms. We're trying not to work because we fucking hate our jobs. And we'll be back next week. Deuces, no moose knuckles. I have no idea what that meant. But again, catchphrases. I don't want to be poor no more.
Make sure you follow us on all platforms, you misfits. And just remember, caffeine is first. The filter is never.